have talked about this show to practically everyone in my life. I have variously begged, bargained, and bullied people into watching this show with limited success. So now I'm going to have to make a multi-part YouTube video series as to why Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood deserves your time. Which is fine. Labor of love. I was 9 or 10 years old when I first watched Fullmetal Alchemist, the 2003 version. It used to air on Animax, so I'd watch it on the TV at home. My parents were not pleased. Fullmetal Alchemist is a violent show with no shortage of body horror. It's not the sort of show a 9-year-old should be watching. My parents banned me from watching it, but the damage was already done. I was obsessed. I found ways to watch the show anyway. I taught myself how to stream content online so I could catch up with it. I have no regrets. Fullmetal Alchemist, the 2003 version, is good, but it's not great. The anime was remade in 2009 and that version was called Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. It follows the manga more closely and as a result is a much stronger story. I would hesitate to throw around words like best or perfect because those are always up for debate. So, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is my favorite story. I love it more than any book, any movie, any other TV show. It's not just a story I love to watch, it's also a story I wish I'd written. It's everything I've ever wanted to accomplish as a writer, packed into 64 brilliant episodes. It's also one of those rare animes that I believe has a really good English dub. I watched the dub version, which I know isn't very weeb of me, but whatever. From the characters to the plot to everything in between, Brotherhood is superb. It's one of those shows that's well known if you watch anime and almost unheard of if you don't. And since it's my mission to get people onto this story, I'm going to spend hours of my life breaking down exactly what makes Brotherhood work. Today, we're going to talk about theme. So what is a theme anyway? I think the word theme can be kind of misleading because it makes you think of vague concepts like love or friendship and say things like Brotherhood is a show about a brotherhood. I first encountered a new way of looking at theme from Sage Hyden's Just Right channel. Highly recommend this, by the way. He mentions John Truby's book, The Anatomy of Story. In the book, Truby describes theme as a moral argument. Here's an excerpt. Theme is the author's view of how to act in the world. It is your moral vision. Whenever you present a character using means to reach an end, you are presenting a moral predicament, exploring the question of right action, and making a moral argument about how best to live. It's not just one-word concepts like family or love or brotherhood. I like to think of it as a complete sentence. It's at the heart of what you're trying to say. Your story could have all kinds of elements like family drama and torrid romance and shocking violence. It could include brazen adventures, complicated characters, and pretty much anything under the sun. But what are these elements helping you say? What message is your story sending? What is the underlying idea behind the story? Why are you writing it? Another way to think of this would be, theme is your story's thesis statement. This is most abundantly clear in fairy tales and religious stories because they come with ready-made morals like don't lie, don't steal, be kind, whatever. But most stories have a moral argument. Most stories have a thesis statement. It may not be obvious, but it's the thing that guides your story's plot. It is the backbone within the backbone.
The truth hidden within the truth.
Now you can argue about what exactly Brotherhood's theme is, its thesis. You may choose different words than me, but chances are you'll come to the same conclusion. Brotherhood's theme is human beings are deeply flawed, but they are worthy of redemption. The entire story, with its various plots and subplots and its ensemble cast of characters, is a single-minded defense of humanity. Yes, the show says, yes, human beings are capable of horrible things. Monstrous acts of violence and murder. But humanity is still worthy of a second chance, is still worthy of saving. Human beings can do better despite all the violence we perpetrate on each other. We can do better, and through love and friendship, we can even save each other. So, with all that said and done, let's actually talk about the show's premise. Edward and Alphonse Elric are two brilliant young alchemists from the country of Amestris. Their father walks out on them, and shortly thereafter, their mother dies. Heartbroken, they decide to bring her back to life through human transmutation, which is alchemy's greatest taboo. The transmutation backfires. Edward loses his arm and his leg, and Alphonse loses his entire body. His soul is bound to a suit of armor. The show follows their journey of redemption, their journey of trying to get their bodies back. Amestris, a military state, can be a harsh and violent place. Führer Bradley rules with an iron fist, and the Ishvalan Civil War, a politico-religious conflict, has left deep scars on most of the characters. At this point, I'm going to head into spoiler territory, so this has been your spoiler warning. Some of the chief antagonists of the show are homunculi, or artificial humans, who have amazing powers and healing abilities. The homunculi are disgusted by humans. They sneer at the way human beings cling to each other, calling it a weakness. One of the homunculi, Envy, who is simultaneously my favorite and my least favorite villain of the show, is particularly cruel and takes malicious glee in tormenting Mace Hughes before his death, disguising himself as his wife before shooting him at point-blank range.
You really are a smart man, Lieutenant Colonel. Did you ever think that'd be the cause of your death?
Come on, have a heart, will ya? I've got a wife and daughter waiting for me. So the last thing I'm gonna do is die on them.
You look surprised.
What the hell are you?
The homunculi see human lives as fundamentally disposable, irrelevant to their grand plans.
I don't like him. I can tell he looks down on humans and calls us fools.
When you notice an insect on the ground, do you stop to consider it a fool? The life of an insect is so beneath you that it would be a waste of your time to even consider judging it. That would be an accurate summation on my feelings towards you humans.
Edward and Alphonse, however, disagree. At some of the most climactic points in the story, Edward and Alphonse are faced with a choice: to get what they want at the expense of human lives, or to push away their desires because they can't bear to kill people. This happens most memorably when they discover how to make the Philosopher's Stone, a powerful substance that can help them get their bodies back. The key ingredient in a Philosopher's Stone is live human beings. Could they, in good conscience, use the stone knowing the price other people have paid for it?
The main ingredient for a Philosopher's Stone is human life.
Later on, Edward battles a pair of brothers with the same condition as Alphonse. Their souls have been bound to a suit of armor. He bests them, and they egg him on to kill him.
Come on, boy, you've won. Hurry up and destroy us.
No, I'm not a murderer.
With bodies like these, are we really even people?
I consider you people whether you have physical bodies or not. If I didn't, that would mean I didn't believe my own brother as a person either. I know that my brother is a human being. That means you guys are human too. I will not take the life of another person.
My brother and I have been lying, stealing, cheating, and killing together for as long as we can remember. And now that we're in these pseudo-bodies, we're being treated like humans for the first time. Don't you see the irony?
By treating his opponents like this, Edward reinforces the fundamental humanity that his own brother has. That even in this metal body, his soul is undeniably human and worthy of mercy and kindness. There's a heartbreaking scene between Winry, the Elric brothers' friend and mechanic, and Scar. Scar, an Ishvalan refugee turned militant, was responsible for the death of Winry's parents, who worked in the war zone as doctors. When Winry discovers this, she nearly kills him, and the scene illustrates the show's perspective on mercy.
Winry, hold on. You can't. Don't do this.
Winry!
Don't do it!
This girl is the doctor's daughter. You have the right. Shooting me would be justified.
Don't do it, Winry. Put down the gun!
You know you don't want to do this! Winry!
Winry, let go of the gun.
I couldn't shoot.
Scar suggests that it's right for her to kill him. He is on a quest for vengeance as well, and he believes that vengeance is fair. Still, the story argues, mercy is the only option. Because if Winry had shot him, she would be a killer too. The narrative goes on to reward her act of mercy when Scar becomes a powerful ally later in the plot. In another scene, where Edward, Ling, and Envy are trapped inside this void, the only chance to escape is by using a philosopher's stone that Envy possesses, and Edward hesitates. To be clear, this is his only chance to get out of the void alive. And the people trapped by the Philosopher's Stone can never be returned to their original state again. Envy doesn't see them as human beings at all. Even you, the audience, can't be blamed for not seeing them as people anymore because they look frightening, monstrous creatures trapped in an eternal anguish. Their humanity has literally been erased. And still, Edward hesitates.
Come on, snap out of it, you idiot! Why didn't you attack him?
A person. Those are people. They need our help. They're trapped inside him.
That's a trick, Ed! He's a monster!
Because despite everything, he sees them for what they are, human beings. He recognizes that they have individual lives, that they aren't things to be used and forgotten about. Even as they are begging for death, Edward is torn. Despite Ling's insistence that the creatures aren't humans but monsters, Ed refuses to see them any other way. Ed's single-minded determination to see people as human, even if they don't have human bodies, is also a reflection on himself. He has a metal arm and leg. If all it takes is a human body to become human, then at what point does his humanity start to fade? And if a human body is all you need, then wouldn't the homunculi technically be human too? Is humanity something you have intrinsically, or is it something that can be given to you? And by whom? By other people? Or can you also give it to yourself? To be clear, the homunculi have humanity. Even if they don't acknowledge it, the narrative certainly does. It's in their names. Envy, lust, greed. These are human things. Greed, in particular, is unique. I'll probably do another video just for him.
See, I'm greed. I want everything you can think of. Money and women, power and sex, status, glory. I demand the finer things. And of course, I crave eternal life.
Greed desires empty things, but really what he wants is friendship.
Oh, I've had enough. Yeah, that's all I really need. They gave me everything I could want. Thank you. And goodbye, my friends.
Not only is this a human quality, but it also holds a mirror to the culture of overconsumption that we've created for ourselves. A culture that tends to replace genuine connection. Envy, another character I want to dedicate a video to, spends the whole story showing contempt for human beings, only to have it reveal that he is jealous of humans. This scene, the last scene before Envy dies, shows his utter confusion at humanity.
Are you a moron? Some nice flowery words and feigned empathy? You make me sick to my stomach. Are you humans always such pathetic worms? You'll never get another chance! This is the perfect time! The ultimate opportunity! Hate and weep! Kill and be killed! Fight each other! Grovel in the dirt! How could you four hope to team up? There's no way! No! No, you can't! Never! Never! It's impossible!
Now I see. You're jealous. You're jealous of humans, aren't you?
This is my favorite character death scene ever, by the way. It perfectly sums up the theme of the show and the arc of the character, and ends up painting the monstrous envy as something pathetic, broken, and hollow. Can humanity be saved? The world of Brotherhood is an imitation of the world we inhabit today. War, famine, environmental destruction, and unspeakable violence are all around us. So, how is it that a 2021 poll conducted by UNICEF and Gallup shows that young people are 50% more likely to believe that the world is becoming a better place as compared to older generations? Where is the optimism coming from? Because it's not naivete. The same poll shows that kids are aware of the issues facing the world and are impatient to see some action taken to make things better. This leads me to the natural question: does humanity have a hope in hell? Can we be redeemed? Can we be saved? Or is meaningless violence our only destiny? I'd like to believe what Brotherhood says.
We humans, according to you, were supposed to be nothing when compared to homunculi. And yet, when we're beaten down, when we stray and fall, we face the challenge again and again. Our loved ones are always there to pick us back up.
Thanks for watching. I have way more to say about Brotherhood, so expect more videos in the future. If you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. See you soon.